Now what's this gonna be? You know how I played it all. That nigga burning G. All by his bread. Bitch, I'm all about my bread. All by my bread. Bitch, I'm all about my bread. All by my bread. Now what's this gonna be? You know how I played it all. That nigga burning G. All by his bread. Now bitch, I'm all about my bread. All by my bread. Now bitch, I'm all about my bread. All by my bread. Now bitch, I'm first green ballin', trying to get my bread long. You know the game gone and my mind been blown. Different decisions that I done made got me fucked up now. Still gon' thug the life I'm living, still gon' hold this shit down. Every day I'm a life, yeah, nigga chasing trees. And I'm saying niggas should be around there, won't see you off your feet. My mama been doing bad, but I ain't going into that. I done picked that girl up when I caught my first package. I be damn, me and my people hurting for something for a day. That shit happened, the next man ain't getting nothing. Faded the root of evil, and that's my damn best friend. And I put that on my life, ain't nobody gon' fuck with him. You try to jam it, yeah, that ass getting chopped. Trying to serve, ain't got no business on my block, now bitch, you're getting chopped. Now either way you try to fuck with my pockets, don't believe that ass getting chopped. Now what's this gonna be? You know how I played it all. That nigga burning G. All by his bread. Bitch, I'm all about my bread. All by my bread. Bitch, I'm all about my bread. All by my bread. Now what's this gonna be? You know how I played it all. That nigga burning G. All by his bread. Now bitch, I'm all about my bread. All by my bread. Now bitch, I'm all about my bread. All by my bread. Now bitch, I'm back in the mix. Them flaky niggas better stand down. Came home, got me some yam, I'm the man now. Niggas, some bitches all from my face, I ain't know who they is. Everybody up from my mix like I'm a hero and shit. Fall back, I'll buy a brick. Right now, I'm on a mission. I'm giving you 2 for 20, got grams going for 50. Putting that in my pockets, the nigga, you bullshitting. What the fuck, you ain't listen? I done told you I got to get it. Nobody depending on me, so it's all mine. I ain't stressing out by myself, that's how it going down. My mama fighting her little addiction, she gon' be alright. Before I ever tweaking and begging, I put something up on the pipe. This is no fraction of my life, still all in for a lick. Lurking for fatty, looking for niggas to tone mix. Start to learning if I'm hurting, different side come out. That flip shit, Dr. Jacob, Mr. Hyde come out. Gonna be, you know how I played it all. That nigga burning G.
We up in here, man. It's your favorite channel, Pelican Bay Dog TV and News. Giving it to my brothers the way I always do. My sisters the way I always do. Fair and unbiased, raw and uncut. Every day, giving my brothers and sisters this news. Salute to all the dog lovers across the world, all the pet owners across the world. We're going to get into it. Got some dog news, plus a lot of dog talk to talk about. You know, we're gonna talk about them yellow dogs. And we're going to talk about a lot of stuff. But I need for y'all to come on up in here, man. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed to the channel yet. Remember where you're going to get it at, man. Like I always say, I'm going to start this news off. You know, we talking about an Ohio animal shelter director that was arrested for animal cruelty, but he was just sentenced to 15 years. So what we're going to do is get into that article real quick. Got a little bit of news for my brothers and sisters today. And then we're going to talk about them Red Boy Jocko dogs. You know what I'm saying? So what we're going at is Ohio, where animal shelter director was sentenced to 15 years in prison for animal cruelty. Let's get into it.
Stephen Baldwin, the former director of the Logan County Animal Shelter and chief humane agent for the Union County Humane Society, has been sentenced to 15.5 years in prison. Baldwin, 44, was convicted on multiple charges, including animal cruelty, fraud, bribery, and grand theft. He faced 53 charges, including the abuse and deaths of 18 dogs. Prosecutors said Baldwin used his position to deceive donors and euthanize dogs unnecessarily. They also claimed he raised money for dogs that had already been put down, exploiting the trust of the public. Witnesses testified to incidents of aggressive dogs being left unrehabilitated, fatal dog fights, and Baldwin allegedly buying a gun to shoot one of the dogs in his care. The case was delayed multiple times due to changes in Baldwin's legal team and other legal issues. In addition to his prison sentence, Baldwin is banned from owning pets. He will not be eligible for release until he has served at least 7 years and 9 months. Prosecutors argued that Baldwin's actions weren't just cruel to the animals, but also financially fraudulent, using donations meant for the animals as personal funds. Judge Daniel Hogan noted that Baldwin's abuse of trust made his crimes even worse.
Let me talk a little bit about this before we get deep into this dog talk, Big salute to all my regular people and the people who enjoy the news, you know what I'm saying? Because we have these brothers out here who, they don't think logical, they don't think with common sense, and they just show their intellect level when they get up under my comments saying all kind of dumb stuff. You know what I'm saying? So big salute to all the regular dog people, all the people who enjoy the news, all the people who feel like the news benefits them. Big shout out to you, man. And let's keep this dog stuff going. See, I want to talk about, when some of these brothers that grab these dogs from me and they may make posts on Facebook, that's why I say about them groups. You have brothers blocked, right? But then a brother make a post, say one of the brothers got a dog from me, and they make a post say, coming down off that PBK stuff, pure this or pure that. Then there's always one of y'all old schoolers that want to comment. You see, brothers this is what brothers do. They try to play this innocent role, but they're doing this stuff on the slide and doing this stuff behind the curtains and think folk don't pay attention or think they credentials or their seasonings in the dog game is going to keep anybody from saying anything. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day. But let me explain to brothers, if a brother get up there and post some of our stuff and say pure, because this is what I got to say first. A lot of y'all old school brothers that's in this YouTube stuff, a lot of y'all old schoolers, you don't know what a family of dogs is. You see? Yeah, you've been in the dog game, but you haven't created a family of dogs. I don't give a damn what you say. You haven't created a family of dogs. Yeah, you may have one. You may have had 1 or 2 good dogs, But if you ain't created no family of dogs, you know what I'm saying? Stop worrying about my folk stuff. Because we half the age you is and doing double the shit you did at your age. You know what I'm saying? So don't get mad at us because we figured the game out in half the time. Like I said, man, same way y'all brothers can do the little slick stuff, I can do the little slick stuff without saying anybody's names. You know what I'm saying? When the shoe fits, we wear it. A lot of y'all old, so I'm going to say it again, and I'm standing on it. Pelican Bay said this. You got a problem? Holler at me on the live. Hey, don't torment and tease my folk who get the dogs from me. Say something to the babe. Say something to me. It's not an argument. It's just a conversation. What we mean by pure? One family of dogs. That's what we mean. When you go back into the pedigree, it go all the way back to 1 or 2 dogs, not 40 different dogs. So if you an old schooler known for 40 different dogs, stay the hell out my people conversation when we talking about pure shit. We ain't got to be talking about one pure dog. We talking about a family of dogs, a pure family. That's what we talking about. You know what I'm saying? So that's your answer right here. When you're looking at my folks' photos and looking at my folks' pedigrees and going to do shows and all kind of shit on my folks' stuff and what they talking about with my stuff and trying to make us look a certain kind of way. Hold up, buddy. You better raise a family of dogs before you come stepping on PBK, so talking some this and that about our dogs. Because like I said before, It seems like we got a plan with this thing. We got a plan with the dogs. We got a plan legally. We got a plan to keep our shit. A plan all the way around. Something a lot of y'all old schoolers never had. You had a plan to go out there and roll them dogs, but you wasn't thinking about nothing else outside of that. That's why you're in the fucking situations you're in right now. You know? That's why you in it. Like I said before, this is a different era, different dog game, and we don't need your guidance no more. You know, all you're doing is guiding folk in the wrong directions. We don't need that, man. We can run this shit the rest of the way our motherfucking selves. You know what I'm saying? Plain out and simple. All you're gonna do to us is lie to us about shit. You know what I'm saying? Lie to us about this, lie to us about that. I've been told y'all boys. I've been told y'all boys. You act like you don't want to listen. I've been told you it ain't no black dogs coming off no Red Boy Jocko, Mayday dog, Bolio dogs without no having no black dogs in the background. I told y'all brothers that shit a year ago. Oh, I don't know what I'm talking about when I'm talking about the hog shit. I don't know what I'm talking about. This. Listen here, man. It ain't. That's exactly why brothers got the dogs they got. Now you listen too damn slow and you pay attention too damn slow and you don't believe shit nobody telling you. Except certain folk. You know? Been telling brothers. You know what I'm saying? Same way I've been saying. How the hell y'all let Patrick get up here and brag to y'all about having a stolen dog? That's what I said. It don't matter how old you is. Oh, y'all accept that shit. Y'all picker and choosers. That's what y'all is. You pick and choose who you want to call legends. You pick and choose who you want to say, oh, they ain't. That's why I do my damn thing. The hell with that dog community. You know what I'm saying? Do my damn thing. I don't give a damn about what y'all got going on. Do my damn news, and it is what it is. Fuck with me, you fuck with me. You don't, you don't. You get my dogs, you get them. You don't, you don't. You know what I'm saying? Half of y'all don't deserve to have them any damn way. You know? Plain out and simple, bro. These folk out here trying to play all innocent, trying to play all angels, this and that and this and that, and saying little slick shit to people who they feel like ain't gonna say nothing back, or people who they feel like may cannot respond with the right answer. Holla at me, ask me why that Pelican Bay shit pure. Why that brother got up there on Facebook and say he running this pure yellow shit. Ask me that. You know? At the end of the day, man, it just is what it is. Like I said before, everybody make the moves they gotta make in the dog game. You know what I'm saying? Everybody run what they gonna run in the dog game. You know, if you don't got no family of dogs and if you damn 20 years older than me, you know, then stay the hell out my damn business. Straight up, I don't give a damn how you feel about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm 45 years old. What you doing when you was 45? I'm 45. Motherfuckers know my dogs, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I just dropped a book. I done dropped 13 books that ain't got nothing to do with no damn dogs. I'm 45. You stay the hell out my business. That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Stay out my business. Worry about what y'all got going on. Make shows about what you got going on and your dogs and your family of dogs that brothers out here talking about pure this and pure that. Brothers making shows off the bloodlines we running, and you old school motherfuckers. Run y'all shit. Talk about what the fuck y'all got going on. Oh, it's all good though. You know, like I said before, man, at the end of the day, we let the dogs do the talking. You know, a lot of y'all just YouTube talkers. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got nothing. You can't show and prove shit. And I ain't, like I said before, I ain't too much into conversating about a whole bunch of shit with somebody that can't deal with dogs right now and ain't trying to improve the situation. You know? I mean, hey, it just is what it is, fam. And it's gonna always be like that, you know? It's gonna always be like that. Like I said, we running that pure yellow shit. You don't like how I said it? Come up here and holler at me about it. You know what I'm saying? And explain to me where I'm going wrong with what I'm saying. You know, pure Big John, pure Little John, whatever you want to call it. A family of dogs. A family of dogs that stood the test of time. And you talking to me about a motherfucker who made a couple breedings with a good dog? You know, several breeders with a good dog? Man, get the hell out of here, man. The hell out of here. All right, we about to keep this thing going, man. We about to keep this thing going. You know, like I said before, you ain't never raised no family, you wouldn't understand that lingo. You know what I'm saying? So stay out that conversation. Just because you old don't mean you damn know everything about a damn pit bull. That's what y'all old motherfuckers better start realizing. Just because you're old, that don't mean you know more than that 19-year-old. Just because you're old, you just an old motherfucker still in the dog game. You know what I'm saying? Like I said before, my young brothers, today ain't the 90s. Y'all brothers 16, 17, 18 years old might know more than half the motherfuckers 60 years old with them damn dogs. This ain't back in the days, homeboys. You know what I'm saying? Don't let them fool you. And keep your old ass out my conversation, you know. If you ain't gonna address the horse directly to the horse's mouth. You know what I'm saying? Because I address the horses. I address who I'm talking to. I address what I'm talking about when I'm talking about it. I just ain't gonna do it right now because, like I said, the shoe fit, wear it. You know? I could play the same game these brothers play. Like I said before, man, I ain't gonna sit back and feel bad because you screwed up y'all opportunity. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna feel bad about that shit. Neither am I gonna bite my tongue about anything like that, man. You know? My folk who got them dogs from me, you know, coming off families, a family of dogs. You know? So like I said before, man, all we can do is keep going forward. Still scratching. like I told that brother a couple weeks ago, still scratching, man. Now, let's go to an animal cruelty arrest, man, for a white bulldog named Marshmallow. You know what I'm saying? A woman, a Winchester woman was arrested. 20-some dogs were seized. You know, malnutrition and all kind of stuff like that. So I'm going to let y'all get to that, man, and then we're going to get back into this yellow red boy Jocko talk and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? When we get back, PB K9s, let's get into it.
Now on that ongoing animal cruelty investigation out of Winstead. Winchester police seized 24 dogs Tuesday morning and arrested the homeowner, a woman who was fostering dogs for animal rescue groups. News 12 Connecticut's Marissa Alter reports.
Your Honor, these are line 67, that is Sarah Smolak.
Sarah Smolak was arraigned Tuesday on 2 counts of animal cruelty. The judge released Smolak without bond, but with the condition she can't have any animals. It came hours after Winchester police seized 24 dogs from her home with the help of regional and state animal welfare officials. Many needed veterinary care and some had severe infections.
All the animals are safe right now. They're being well cared for, examined, and housed by our local regional animal control.
Police began looking into Smolak in late February, shortly after she moved to Winstead. They received a complaint from AMA Animal Rescue in New York about one of their foster dogs. The nonprofit said Marshmallow was taken in by Smolak in December, but had since disappeared. As police investigated, a local vet contacted them about alleged abuse to a dog Smolak had dropped off. Then came concerns from an animal group that picked up a dog from her in March.
Before they left town with that dog, they were located out of Long Island. They contacted us because, again, they thought that the dog was malnourished, abused, and neglected.
Those complaints led to Smolak's arrest. AMA Animal Rescue released a statement that said in part, "This arrest confirms what we and countless animal advocates have long feared. Dogs in Smolak's care have suffered neglect, abuse, and even disappearance." In recent weeks, pet owners and animal rescues from across the country have come forward with similar horror stories about their animals, and we believe there are many more victims. The search for Marshmallow is ongoing. The nonprofit hopes Smolak's arrest will lead to him finally being found.
We'll see where the investigation goes, but there's likely that additional charges could come down the road.
Before moving here, Smolak lived in Norwalk. AMA Animal Rescue alleges police there received dozens of complaints against her, but never did anything. Norwalk's police chief says there were 5 allegations of abuse or malnourishment since 2021. He says all were investigated and no probable cause for arrest found. In Winstead, Marissa Alter, News 12, Connecticut.
I want to say, Mr. Barracuda is for stud. The dog that I did the video about a couple videos back. Just so you remember, Mr. Barracuda is for stud. Contact Brick Soldier Kennels if you're trying to make that breeding or breed to that particular dog. Now, let's talk about them yellow dogs. And I want to get into this conversation about is yellow the best producer? I want to say this, you know what I'm saying? One thing, when we talk about them yellow dogs, you wouldn't understand it if you weren't in that era. If you weren't there to actually feel the switch when them yellow dogs came compared to everything else, it was a big wave. It was a switch. Oh man, I need one of these kind of dogs. Them shits, they ain't holding up no more. You know what I'm saying? And if you weren't there to feel that switch, I ain't talking about there to see a yellow dog roll. I'm talking about to feel that switch. Dealing with these kind of dogs, and then these kind of dogs come around and you start seeing something totally different. So it was just something to feel, man. Now, when it comes to Grand Champion Yellow, I don't just rep that yellow stuff just because of the Big John and all that. I rep that yellow shit because I'm from that area. Like I said before, you know what I'm saying? I can't speak for nobody else. Only can speak for myself, right? It's no different if these brothers in New York, right? They say they started hip hop. And I say hip hop started in New York. So if we say, oh, the brothers who started, let's give an example. Everything started in New York. The brother who had Jocko stayed in the Bronx. The brother who had Red Boy stayed in Brooklyn. The brother who had Jeep stayed in Queens. The brother who had, Eli stayed in Manhattan. The brother who had Stompy, the rest of them dogs, stayed in Staten Island. So when I get brothers from California, Texas, I don't give a damn how much you know these folk. I live around this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole different ballgame. I keep telling brothers, when you come to buy a dog from somebody, you coming to buy and you leaving. You visiting. You get the dog and you hauling ass. You going back home. This is where I'm from. Red Boy, Yellow, Jocko. This is the stomping area of these dogs. That's why I rep that shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what you heard in your story. I don't care which bulldog told you your damn story. You know what I'm saying? I don't care about none of that shit. Every bulldog gonna give you the story, they feed you the story, the buttercup, what they running. But I was around here to see what's what. For my era. And just because, and see, I don't know how y'all boys do it, but when I was young, I was hollering at real bulldoggers. You know what I'm saying? 17, I was rolling with Crossroad. Now, when I say rolling, I don't mean rolling with him everywhere. I just mean I was going to holler at him about the dogs. Hell, when I was 17, Fatty them wasn't even born yet. Like I said, he had the dogs from Mr. T up north then. So when it comes to yellow, brothers got to understand. You know what I'm saying? It's more than just that Big John stuff where I represent that yellow. That's where the fuck I'm from. Like I told you before, that yellow and that sand around here. I can't help how it is. And I'm speaking to all 49 other states, 50 other states. South Carolina is where it's from. Them certain dogs that I just named. I don't care about the rest of them dogs. Bolio, no, none of that other shit. The dogs that I was naming off. The Carolinas, rather. I'm going to take that back. The Carolinas. And where I'm at is right here on this border of both liners. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you know, it may be funny to some brothers, but at the end of the day, it's a way of life to me over here. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say, man, the stories, a brother want to tell me a story and you staying down 5 states over, but you telling me a story about something from damn 15 minutes up the damn street. Them Cottonham brothers, all them brothers ran this area. So when you hear these stories and then a brother get up here and tell you anything about the dogs, oh, I heard this dog got, oh, I heard this, oh, then everybody get to tell him what dog men across the world told them about my damn hometown. So, you know, it's just something different when it comes to them yellow dogs. I mean, hey, it just is what it is. You know, like I said before, that ain't nothing that, you know, I had to get up and learn. I had to build my skill up. Nah, I'm just born in the area where the bulldog was at. That's all it is to it. You can say whatever you want to say, feel how you want to fucking feel. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Now let's get to talking about this yellow stuff. Is yellow the best producer of all time? You know, is Grand Champion Yellow the best producing dog of all time? Anybody in the chat want to tell me different? Because we're about to explain this and break this down why. Between Yellow and Yellow John. You know, we really don't know between Yellow John and Jocko which one is the better producer because they combined when they made Yellow. So we're going to just use Yellow. You know, when it comes to Yellow, just like a lot of other brothers say, there ain't no other dog. Yellow is the best producing dog on paper and in real life in motherfucking dog history. You know, I can't help you don't understand it. I can't help you don't believe it. It ain't my fault. I ain't trying to make you believe shit. I'm just telling you what's real. You know what I'm saying? There's no other dog in American history that touched this American soul that produced more great dogs than Yellow, more potential bloodlines than Grand Champion Yellow did. You know what I'm saying? Period. And, you know, I tell different folk that I talk to all the time, to me, in my opinion, Mayday is not even the best. Mayday is not even the best yellow dog. I don't go by them damn 17 pages of breeders he did. You see, we're going to talk about all that. You know, learn the difference between a good producing dog and when somebody advertising their dog and promoting their dog. You see, I can advertise and promote Fletcher, but is he producing? I can advertise him and breed him all across the country. Oh, that's the best producing dog around. But is he really producing? You see, Yellow was producing. Mayday didn't produce shit like Yellow. I don't give a damn what nobody say. Mayday made some great dogs. Great dogs. But I don't know what Yellow was. I don't know what kind of gene he had. You know, but the dogs that Yellow threw off were by far above average. You know, I'm talking about above your average great dogs. You know what I'm saying? Yellow came to the game, made brothers had to switch their whole program up. Switch it up. You ain't had no choice. It ain't no, oh, I'm gonna breed this shit up till it get better. Man, this shit ain't even on the level of that shit. You gotta switch your whole game up. You know what I'm saying? Or you either stay over there where you at, claiming you in the fast lane, you know, but you just dealing with stuff and cherry picking, and then that way you can make them dogs you got look good. You know? So, you know, that's the way I feel about Yellow, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, me myself, I don't feel like Mayday is the best producer son off Yellow. I just feel like he was the one that was bred the most. Victor did, see, we about to talk about a whole bunch of stuff, man. Who you feel like was the top dog man back then? If we saying Yellow was the top dog, the top producer of all time in history, if I'm saying that, who do you think I feel like it was the top dog man during that time? Okay, brothers in the chat may be saying, or sisters in the chat may be saying David Tant. Now, this is the thing. David Tant was the #1 breeder before he got in trouble. I'm going to tell you the difference between David Tant and Tom Garner when it comes to their dogs. David Tant was the #1 breeder because of his dog, Grand Champion Yellow. Tom Garner is the #1 breeder because of puppy sales. It's a big damn difference in why they consider #1 breeders. He only became #1 breeder when Tant got locked up. And for puppy sales. He wasn't the #1 breeder for no damn Chinaman, for no Frisco, for none of them dogs. David Tant was not the #1 breeder because of sales. He was the #1 breeder because of Grand Champion Yellow. You know, big difference. And then you wonder why you're getting different kind of quality dogs. You're talking about why, oh, this the #1 breeder. His dogs ain't like this #1 breeder. Yeah, because he ain't really the #1 breeder. That's why. Now, let me tell you who really had the dogs. Who really had all the best damn dogs back then. And don't get no credit, just like I said before. Mr. Chavis. Mr. Chavis had the best dogs out of all them boys on his yard. And I'm going to tell you why I say that. Mr. Chavis had Yellow John. Mr. Chavis had the Jocko side. That's the Red Boy Jocko cross right there. You know, you see, David Tant just played the same role that Victor played with Mayday. You know, I don't know which one of them. They following each other's paths. You know, Tant came first, then Victor came with Mayday. Same style, same game. Advertise, promote your dog. Get as much money off stud fee as you can. This is not private stock. This is stock for anybody. You know, that made these brothers' dogs seem, they producing great. You want me tell you what Mayday was? The same thing Bailey's Bingo is. Mayday and Bailey's Bingo is the same exact thing. Let me give you a few seconds so you can wonder what I'm talking about when I say the same thing. Mayday and Bailey's Bingo is the same exact fucking thing. And why I say that? Mayday is nothing but the easy dog. If you want some yellow dogs, get your Mayday dog. That's the easy way to get that yellow shit back in the days. Mayday dogs everywhere. You can't get them other yellow dogs from different people. Harco's Bozak, the Big John, or this, or that, or Rodney. Or you can't. Rodney was a yellow brother, but JR, you know, you can't get these dogs from all over the place. But you can get a Mayday dog from all over the place. See, Mayday was the easy way to get connected to that yellow stuff. You had to be connected to get a lot of them other yellow dogs. You had to know somebody that knew somebody. Because a lot of them other yellow dogs, they was on private stock yards. Brothers who was doing their dogs and wasn't worried about selling them like how David Tant was doing. David Tant was more in the public. Them other yellow dogs, scattered all around, like Crossroad. He was the public man for Mike Caton. Mike Caton had the yellow dogs. Crossroad was just the front man getting the yellow dogs from Mike Caton. You know? So if you didn't, Mike Caton wasn't out like that. So the average person didn't know who Mike was. If you wasn't really in the dog game. Like right now, anybody can buy a Mayday dog. You know? Anybody can buy a yellow dog right now. But it wasn't like that back then. And that's what I mean by Mayday and Bailey's Bingo. Bailey's Bingo is the easiest red boy dog to get. You want red boy? Find something with the Bailey's Bingo in it. While everybody else got the Marlowe stuff, you know, and the stuff coming straight from Mr. Bass. I get up here, I say, oh man, Mr. Bass' brother-in-law is one of my good friends. Bass, who had Red Boy, his brother-in-law, one of my great friends. If I get up here and say that, then I got a motherfucker from damn Texas or somebody from dang on North Dakota that's telling me about Red Boy from right down the dang on street. That's why I say I'm leaving them groups alone, because half of them ain't got no dogs. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just worried about my stuff giving these brothers and sisters this news out here. Because the dog game ain't to be worried about. It ain't to be even stressed about. Let you do what you're going to do. If you're going to end up on the news, end up on the news. Stop feeling sorry for you. Don't have no sympathy for you. Put your ass where your ass want to be at. You know what I'm saying? Simple as that. You know, that's how I'm rolling it, man. At the end of the day, cause I see there's a lot of fake ass love out here in this dog game. And I ain't the one for it, you know, especially when I'm doing my damn thing, you know. So at the end of the day, it's just going to be what it's going to be. But I'm telling you, I think Mr. Chavis had the best dogs at that time. You know, look at the dogs that Jocko bred off. You know, all of Mr. Chavis dogs, when you look in the background of all the famous dogs that's coming off that Red Boy Jocko stuff, it's all coming down off Mr. Chavis stuff. You know? And I mean, what you gonna say? Mr. Till bred Red Boy? Come on. What you gonna say, Mr. Till bred Red Boy? Them brothers, Bass and Mr. Till, them, they ain't even had Red Boy them 1 or 2 generations. We already know the stories with Red Boy. You know? So they don't get no creation, no kind of props of creating Red Boy, none of that shit. Mr. Chavis got all the props when it comes to Yellow John, when it comes to his Jocko females and his Jocko males. You know? And when it comes to that Red Boy Jocko cross that him and Ted made. You know? But hey, we I don't know, man. We steady work. He steady saying, Garner, #1 breeder, #1 puppy seller. Just remember that. And then you'll understand why your quality of the dog is where your quality of the dog is at. You know what I'm saying? Simple as that, brother. Simple as that. You know? Now, let me address this, you know. Yellow was the best producer, even when you pull out Jeep. You know what I'm saying? You can pull out Jeep. Yellow was the best producer. And the thing about it, you take them 2 dogs and you breed them together and you get the best dogs. Back in them days when it was really coming off of the real dogs. I ain't talking about this modern day stuff. I'm talking about when it was coming directly off the dogs. You mix them 2 lines up and you get what? Boom. Yellow been past Jeep on the damn rum list, man. Way before Frisco was even thought about on the rum list. Only way Frisco made it on the rum list was from puppy sales. Jeep, Yellow, and all them other dogs made the rum list back in the days. Frisco would have never been on the rum list if David Tant would have never got in trouble. He would have been on the rum list. He wouldn't have been in the top 5. I'm going to put it like that. You know, he wouldn't have been in the top 5. Now, we're talking about Jeep, the best producer. Yes, there's great Jeep dogs out there. But it ain't enough Jeep dogs to add up to them yellow dogs. And then the yellow dogs got dogs that produce more better dogs than some of these dogs I'm naming out. Yellow got sons that produce better than Eli. Man, come on, y'all talking about Eli. Let's just be real about this shit. You know, Eli, a great dog, made a few great dogs, but he didn't start a wave like Yellow did. 2 reasons. Mr. Boudreaux didn't advertise Eli in the same way David Tant advertised Grand Champion Yellow. Advertisement is a mother effer when it comes to these dogs. Promoting your stuff. Back then, different kind of promotion. Okay, we'll promote it differently now, but back then we'll go to a box and we will make sure that we got the head honchos around that box. Folk who really bulldoggers around that box. It don't matter. We didn't got 30 people. We got 10 of the most high brothers in that dog thing watching this thing during that time. You know, brothers who you felt like was on a high level watching that thing at that time. You know, so that way you promote it. So when they go give word of mouth to the people they're selling to, I'm telling you, that dog so-and-so got, that's a hellified dog. That's the hellified dog. Now, when you hearing this from David Tant telling you, Pelican Bay got a hellified dog over there, you know what I'm saying? And when you seeing David Tant breed to him, advertisement back in the days, he only gonna breed to me because he seen this dog around the show. You know? And like I said, man, you know, when it comes to these families of dogs, hey, I do what you do, I'm doing what I'm doing. We got families over here. We start from right now, 2025, and go straight back to Grand Champion Yellow. We ain't gonna make no zigs, no zags, no turns, no lefts, no rights, no none of that shit. We going straight back to yellow. That's what my homeboy mean by pure. You know what I'm saying? What you want them to have? Yellow in every single generation. What you want me to lie up here and say yellow gonna be in every single pedigree slot on this generation's sheet? Come on, man. Like I said before, brothers, you know, age don't make you right. You know what I'm saying? Age don't make you right, and age don't keep you safe all the time. You know, it just is what it is, man. It is what it is. Like I said before, these brothers, you hide behind the curtain. You try to keep me from certain situations, and then you comment on my people's stuff you would never do to me. You know, you would never do it to me. I say I got pure all the time, but you don't comment up under my shit. Because I got an explanation for it. You know, I'm going to give you an explanation for it in my next video. But you want to comment up under a brother who don't got a channel and then make your video about his dog. On a slick tip. You know, because you ain't going to say the name. You do it on a slick tip. We ain't stupid though, homie. You know what I'm saying? By far, dog. You know, it just don't matter, man. Because we too far gone. You know what I'm saying? We too far gone, whether you like it or not. You know, like I said earlier in the video, we did something with our time in this dog game. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna feel sorry about it. You know? You fucked up, you fucked up. Plain out and simple, man. You know, plain out and simple. And like I said, I don't give a damn if you came and stayed with David Tant for a week. I'm from around this bitch. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a damn if you stayed for 2 weeks. I'm from around here, homie. You know? I bet you, how many of y'all ever even heard that story about Toe Jam being off AAA? How many of y'all heard that story? About Tant's Toe Jam on Online Ped, but it's really Caton's Toe Jam. It wasn't Tant's dog. You know, and yeah, if you want to say he bred the dog, but it wasn't his dog. It was Mike Caton dog. How many of y'all heard that dog was on AAA and not yellow, not Grand Champion Yellow? How many of y'all that's watching this video, how many of y'all that got them YouTube groups think and stand on that Grand Champion Yellow died in 1994? Y'all talk so much about yellow, but y'all leave out the most important key factor. Talk about them three and 4 years that the dog was dead and dogs were still being created. That's what you need to talk about. Because a lot of these yellow dogs that's floating around today, not coming off them yellow dogs from the late 80s and the early 90s. They coming off the 2000 yellow dogs. You know? And like I said before, that don't make your dog less of a dog. We just keeping it all the way 100, all the way real, man. You know? There's a reason I like certain dogs that I like. I like them Big John dogs because I know them brothers didn't go out to your dog. They didn't go out to your male. You know what I'm saying? One thing I learned, if your dog can't out-compete my dog in a conformation, your dog can't out-compete my dog in treadmill, can't out-compete my dog in wall climbing, what the fuck am I studying to him for? You know? And I'm talking about like far as other lines and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Other bloodlines. Crossing stuff into my stuff. You know, I'm not talking about no more walk 'em out stuff. Another brother got a walk 'em out dog. I'm not talking about none of that. Because that's going back into the same stuff. You know? Is it kennel blindness? Is it kennel blindness if you're winning? How can it be kennel blindness if you're winning? There's only kennel blindness if you're not winning, if you're looking, if you're a looker, a window shopper, maybe are losing, but you don't want to change up. You can't win, but you don't want to change up. That's kennel blindness. If you're winning, it ain't no such thing as kennel blindness. It's called, I want to keep winning. Call it what you want. If you want to call it blindness, I call it seeing the end of that damn race. Seeing that finish line. Pop across that strap across my waist when I run across that finish line. Answer my question though, brothers, sisters. Can it be a such thing as kennel blindness if a brother is winning every competition he goes into? Why should he look anywhere else? I don't care what bloodline he's running. He could be running Eli, Jeep, Bolio, Rascal, whatever. If that brother is winning to a satisfactory amount, level that satisfies him, how can it be kennel blindness? You can't win with it. He can win with it. So you call it kennel blindness. It's a lot of words, a lot of phrases that get slung around in the dog game, and they really be misinterpreting certain things. We call a lot of more people kennel blind before we figure out the whole story, why they may be kennel blind. This brother liked Tom Garner dogs. He liked Garner dogs. He love them. Oh, he kennel blind. He don't want to deal with nothing else. But this man has had a successful career with his dogs that he's been getting. So you expect him to change up? You expect him to do this or do that because it looked good on paper? I just told y'all, Tom Garner, the #1 breeder on paper, puppy sales. David Tant, the #1 breeder when you touch your dog, when you got your dog in your hand. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, there's a big difference. Big difference. And then we start looking at Yellow, got 17, Yellow got about 7 pages. Yellow John got a couple pages. You see, you really got to go back and look, man. Was Yellow a better producer than Yellow John? I mean, really seriously. Was Yellow a better producer than Yellow John? Let's just go check these pedigrees out. Let's check this offspring out. Talk about it real quick. You know what I'm saying? And we ain't talking about no other dogs. We talking about Yellow and Yellow John. I don't want to talk about no Eli because Eli ain't on that damn level. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying the Eli dog's not good, not great dogs. But Eli himself is not on the level for this conversation we having right here. Now, I really think whatever Red Boy had in him is the secret sauce to everything. We never know. That's the crazy part. The dog that is on paper and proven to be the #1 breeder in history, his granddaddy is unknown. That's mighty damn funny, ain't it? That's some funny shit right there. The dog that's the best dog breeder in history. His granddaddy is unknown. Showed up out of nowhere. Gave him some papers. Let him fit in Mr. Till yard. Boy, that's a coincidence there. Mr. Boudreaux, they say he put papers on a few of them, about 3 or 4 of his. But that ain't turned out the same way with them, did it? They made some great ones. But only thing that turned into a bloodline off the Eli stuff, because y'all brothers don't want to represent your own dogs and your modern day dogs. So you're going all the way back to a dog to the 70s, talking about Eli, right? So that's what you got. You got a 70s dog. All right. So what other dogs made bloodlines off of Eli outside of the Mexican Eli stuff? I'm gonna hold up five fingers. You know, it may be 5 dogs, but you still go back and you say they Eli dogs, right? Okay, it may be 5 dogs where you may be, oh, this a pure scrub dog, or this a pure this kind of dog. Maybe 5 dogs off Eli. All right, I ain't say 5 champions. I ain't say 5 grand champions. 5 dogs that were notable is what I'm saying. Notable dogs. Come on, man. Yellow Offspring got more than that. Mayday got more than them 5 notable offspring. Like I said, Mayday breed better than Eli. Eli himself. So if anybody who want to argue with that, you trying to tell me if I would have took a dog directly off Mayday back in them days, and you take a dog directly off Eli back in them days, what caliber dog you gonna have? You gonna have a great dog off Eli too. You know? But let's just say this. Say we make 10 breeders off Eli. Directly off Eli, we make 10 breeders directly off Mayday. You know, them 10 breeders off Mayday would have had you with more box dogs back then. You know, but like I said, it all goes back to yellow. Only reason we all gonna think Mayday is the best breeder or the best producer when it comes to that is because he been bred so many times. That's why I said damn near 2 years ago as well that is a difference between Mayday stuff and the Big John stuff. You cannot rely on the Mayday dog of the modern day time unless you know how it's bred. You got to look at the family of dogs. Okay, if I'm going to get a Mayday dog, I ain't talking about these brothers that got Mayday dogs now. I'm talking about, like, if I was going to get a Mayday dog in, say, 2010, there's no way I can rely on a certain line of Mayday dogs because there's too many people out there with them dogs, and nobody has consistently made a family with straight Mayday dogs. Nothing else. Mayday top, bottom, left, right, up, down, corner, 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 corner. Mayday all the way through without going out. So we got a different type of breeding here when it comes to dealing with Big John and Mayday. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even talking about who is producing the best. We just got a different kind of breeding. So right now today, in modern day time, because of how Victor made his breedings and because of how these other brothers made their breedings, you can't rely on the Victor dogs, but you can rely on these Big John dogs. Them Victor dogs is not yard starters. Them Big John dogs is yard starters. You know? You can't take a cur of them, that damn Victor shit. You can't take a cur off that stuff and start your yard with it. You can take a cur off that Big John stuff because it's bred so damn tight. Bred so tight, you take a cur off that stuff, you can breed it. Now, preferably, if it was a cur, preferably a female. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just really making an example. You could take a cold dog or a cur. I'm gonna say a cur, not a cold dog, because a cold dog ain't in that category. You could take a cur and make you a great family of dogs with these dogs because of how they bred, man. Everybody dogs ain't like that. I don't care what bloodline you got. You had to been breeding them dogs in one family since the family was created. And the family couldn't have been created 5 years ago. Now I want to speak on this as well. You know, because I've been seeing a lot of this going on. A lot of this blue dog posting. See, I agree that them blue dogs could come off that black, them black dogs, them Eli dogs, bred a certain kind of way, maybe inbreeding in the genes and stuff will give you some blue dogs. I'm a believer of that, and we done saw it already. But some of these blue dogs these brothers is posting on Facebook, it's straight blue dogs. You know what I'm saying? You can look at a dog sometime and tell, man, just because it's slim and look game, you can't trick everybody. You know what I'm saying? You can't trick everybody. And like I said, that's why I rock with the dogs I rock, because I know they coming off of what they're supposed to be coming off of. These brothers slipping these dogs in slowly but surely. They slipping this dog in, this dog in, this dog in. They screaming Eli for Gray, Eli for Gray. Watch how all these Grays be out here in the next 10, 15 years. So many Grays be Eli dogs. Oh, this Gray one over here. This Gray one over there. This Gray one over there. Come on, man. Hey, but it is what it is. Now I want to say, when it comes to Mellow Yellow, I'm going to be making that breeding again, that repeat breeding that I did with YSL. I'm doing the same breeding again with her and Fletcher. She's in heat now. I'll be breeding her next week. For anybody, I'm just letting you know. This probably be a litter that I pretty much keep most of them. May let one or two go. I may let a few go, or one, at least two. But for the most part, I know I'm keeping most of these. I'm not really trying to make too much off of it. None of that. It's not about money with this litter, So I just wanted to say that, man. I am making a repeat breeding. I like the way the puppies turned out with YSL, Sandman. What's the other dog name? Hey, Luch, man, I forgot the other one name, and I knew his name before I knew Sandman's name. But yeah, man, I like the way that breed turned out, so I'm gonna do that breeding again. Now, something I want brothers to pay attention to, because I'm starting to notice this right here as well. These brothers got these dogs from the 90s, and they close up in their pedigrees, and I'm trying to figure out how this is going down. How the hell y'all brothers got Tab in the 3rd generation? Is what I'm trying to figure out. If the dog got to be old. Now, Tab, if Tab in the 3rd generation, and it's 2025, Tab probably was born in the early 2000s. May have died in the early 2000s. So, he can be in the 3rd generation. But brothers got to pay attention to when you see these old dogs that was, for sure was out in the 90s. And then you see them too close up in these pedigrees. And then the dogs they coming off of is not line bred. They're just coming directly off these dogs. It should be some sperm or something somewhere in the process when you see pedigrees like this. You know what I'm saying? It's no different if I got, I can't speak with the Big John stuff because that stuff is line bred all the way down, but if I got Big John in the 3rd, it got to be coming off of, in 2025, it got to be coming off a male that's off of sperm breeding, So you just got to pay attention, man. When you see these Eli dogs, Bolio dogs, Jeep dogs, all kind of dogs, and you look into the 2nd pedigree, 2nd, 3rd generation. And you see the dog. Some of these boys, especially the ones that don't know what the hell really is going on with Eli. Man, I seen somebody with Eli in their 3rd generation, man. Eli in the 3rd generation. Boy, look here. Only if they know, man. Only if they knew. But at the end of the day, if nobody don't pay attention, you won't catch that stuff, man. And they'll slip right on by you. You look at them pairs, and when you see something that look like it, hey, man, that's a little too unbelievable right there. A little too good to be true. It is, dog. It is. These dogs die. The papers don't. That paper lasts till it turns brown. Hey. All I'm doing, man, I just pay attention, and when I see this stuff, it just make me think like, damn, somebody done damn. You know, we see Rascal and this dude 3rd generation. Man, how you do that? And you ain't got no inbreeding, no line, no sperm, no nothing. How in the hell did you do that? But hey, man, hey, I'm just calling it how I see it, you know. Calling it how I see it. Now, them brothers want to say, they always ask me about my yellow stuff and different things, right? Let me explain it to you just like this, right? When you go get a used car, right? What's the best way to buy a used car? Or what's the best kind of used car to have, rather? A used car that only had one owner. You see, if I got if I go get an old school hoopty, right? Antique, and it has one owner, that's great for me. You know, I know all my problems came from that one dude. He's the main buyer. You know, whatever he tell me I can go with. There's nobody else to interfere with this process. This car that I'm talking about, this is Mellow Yellow. This is her brothers, her sisters, Mango. You know what I'm saying? This is them. We're going straight back. One owner. When we come to that Big John stuff, one owner of this used car. We ain't talking about 7, 8 owners. And then we got to go get a Carfax and all other kind of stuff to see about this and see about that. One owner. He can tell us what's this and what's that. You get all them owners like a lot of y'all brothers have. And when you talking about, oh, we got yellow this, yellow that. Yeah, you got yellow, but that used car that you got had 7 owners, 10 owners before you got it. You really don't know if your engine real in it. You don't know if they put another engine in, if that's the factory engine. You don't know if none of that transmission is the factory transmission or something else somebody done put in there. You know, you don't know. Because it done been through too many hands. You don't know why these breeders were made, because it been through too many hands. But when we dealing with a one-owner car, we can get everything laid down for us right there. That's why I like that stuff. Certified. You know? See, it's benefits from dealing with families of dogs. See, you know, when you're dealing with families of dogs, certain terms these brothers be talking about, like all that crossing, battle crossing, all that. Dog, that's why I don't understand, right? This is what I don't understand. All these pit bulls supposed to be battle crossed. What the hell is a battle cross? But a scatterbred dog that y'all want to give a Macy's name. Battle cross. A box dog. Well, damn, man, don't he got box dogs? Well, damn, ain't them box? I thought them was box dogs. A battle cross. Oh, he winning, right, in the box. But them ain't battle crosses. Them inbred, them line bred, right, back in them days. What was the purpose of coming up with something called a battle cross? That's for the group of brothers who had the dogs that wasn't performing right, must be. You know, a lot of these dog names didn't come up around certain dogs. Them boys weren't looking for yellow to make battle crosses with yellow. You breed anything with that motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? He gonna give you what you need. Oh, let me make a battle cross with yellow. No, man. They wanted all of that shit they can get. If they went halfway with something, that's the most they had wanted to go. And then when they went and they had puppies, they went back towards the yellow side again. Like I said before, when yellow came, it was a shift. All them boys who ain't yellow fans, them old schoolers, they know what I'm talking about. They just gonna deny it because their dogs was the ones getting shitted on. Say what you want to say. When Tan brought that dog to the scene, all hell broke loose. You know? And like I said, man, if you go by that Mayday shit, thinking that's what Yellow produced, man, I don't know about all the old school ones. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about all the modern day stuff. But I know about the old school ones I seen. Off different Mayday dogs. Not just one group of Mayday dogs, different ones. Listen here, man. That Mayday can't hold a candle to Grand Champion Yellow breeding technique. Or breeding level, rather. I don't give a damn what it got on paper. I'm talking about we held the dogs. You know? I mean, hell, Barracuda was good, but hell, we talking about catch weight dogs. You talking about dogs that go into shows that's never the same weight. He's 60 pounds. He 55. He 55. He 59. You know? Yeah, they was big dogs. But what I'm saying is, you know, it was better yellow dogs out there. You know what I'm saying? Than Mayday. You know, Mayday was just the one who had the owner that was doing the promoting, doing the advertising, doing the breeding. Didn't give a damn about starting no yard. He made him some money. He may have started a yard as well, but y'all ain't got the yard. Chico don't even got the damn yard. Stuff off the damn yard. When I say stuff, I mean Victor, all the way through the damn pedigree. Victor only had one damn dog. And y'all talk about him sometime like he, you know, I mean, what the fuck? He won 5 shows and did a hell of a lot of damn breeding. Mayday ain't the only son off Yellow that won 5 shows. Mayday just the only son off Yellow that was advertised the way he was. He definitely ain't the only one that won 5. And a lot of y'all brothers, you think I get my stories from walking all them. Man, when I tell you something, I knew a lot of dog brothers outside of them, old schoolers, I mean, in this same area. You know, I knew Mr. Claude Puckett before I knew them. You know, all around the same time. Like I said before, I got my first Big John dog back in 1990 something, and I'm gonna tell you right now, you know, it had to be at least about 97. You know, because I got a homeboy that had passed away in 99. You know, and he was living then. He was the one showed us where Mr. Claude house was at. You know, and he passed in 99. So I know for a fact, when I got that puppy off of Red John and CP, Champion Red John and CP, this had to be about 97, 98, somewhere around that area. You know, that was the first Big John dog I ever got in my life. The Red John and CP. You know, I think that's low enough to know what consistency is with a particular line. You know, I think that seeing these dogs in 96, 97, 98, and still seeing them in 2025, I think that validates me to say, oh, I know how they're going to turn out. You know, I think I've seen enough litters since then to know what I'm talking about when I'm telling you consistency. Consistency. What you was doing in 98, my brother, if you was even born. If you was born, what was you doing in 97? This is not to say you wasn't bulldogging. I just want you to understand how long ago that was. Think about whatever you was doing in 97. 1997 was my last year of high school. You know? 96 and 97, the spring of 97, we graduate the early part of summer. What was you doing in 97? Because it's a long time, 28 years ago. I don't got 30 years in the fast lane circuit. I got over 30 years in the Pitbull game. In general, I'm talking when I say I'm going to buy me a Pitbull, The same way y'all young brothers, you curious, you want to know this, you want to see this and find out this. Same way I was. But except we jumped in the car and we rolled around and looked for dog men. And then we found them barrels, we pulled over and we talked to dog men. I remember one old man, we pulled over to his yard in Ana. A lot of y'all don't know what Ana, South Carolina. Way back in the days. When we was just riding, he stayed over about Ana High School. If anybody from this area know maybe who I'm talking about, I'm not sure. Old white brother. We pulled over to his yard. He had a few dogs over there. I didn't really see nothing too impressive. But maybe he knew something. I don't know who he was. He told us his name then, but I forgot it. I forgot it. But it was several brothers. Like I said, Mr. Mac Booth. He had a dog named Champion Radar. I knew him around in them 90s. You know what I'm saying? Great dog brothers, man. But a brother will get up here and knock what you say about anything because of a story you heard when you came to buy a puppy. Oh man, you just came to buy you a pound of weed and go back to your city, but you trying to tell me what the fuck going on in my city. Because you came and you think you was over here 2 weeks, like I said, to buy you some smoke. Now you want to tell me what's going on in my town. And tell me about the people I know. Tell me how they moving. Oh man, he don't move like this, he doing this. Oh man, he didn't do it like that. Man, he did it like this. Man, all you did was came to buy a couple pounds of weed. What the hell is you talking about? I'm here every damn day. That's how it is, man. That's how it is. But hey, when it comes to that yellow stuff, yellow is the best producer that a pit bull ever made, in my opinion. And I ain't even talking about because my dogs. I'm just talking about the proof is in the pudding. Proof is in the pudding, man. Whether these dogs today carry the real yellow traits or not, that ain't what I'm talking about. I'm talking about Yellow himself. When Yellow was living and after he died, them dogs that was around during them late 90s, shit, me. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, a wave came through and all them brothers that be on these brothers page, when they say pure, they got a pure yellow dog, all these brothers, they was around here, they either got down with the program or they got their ass ran over. They either got them something and mixed that yellow stuff in their stuff or they got their ass ran the fuck over. Simple as that. You know what I'm saying? Simple as that. Or they went running the Jeep. And eventually they still ran back to yellow. But hey man, that's all I'm gonna say about that part, Yellow was the best producer, if not Yellow John. And like I said, we're not gonna go by, when I say paper, I'm not talking about no online peds. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about online peds, I'm just talking about documented that we know. When it comes to that rum list, Garner got to the rum list by puppy sales. Jeep got to the rum list by great dogs. Yellow got to the rum list by great dogs. Tech got to the rum list by just one dog. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no, see, what the rum list ain't telling you, they got Frisco on the rum list, but brother, sister, man, listen. Only reason Frisco is on the rum list because they giving Tom Garner props, and they got to put one of his dogs up there on that rum list, right? They got to put one of his dogs on that rum list. It ain't gonna be Chinaman. It's gonna be Frisco. You know, that's the one that got bred the most. So they're gonna put him up there. There's no way they can have the rum list without having Tom Garner up there. So they say. So in my opinion, that's why Frisco on the rum list. You know, Frisco was a part of them dogs that, you know, had to make way when them yellow dogs came. You know, when them yellow dogs came, and when they met with them Frisco dogs, you know, shit, man, listen here. Or them yellow dogs probably really was out, you know, before them Frisco dogs. But if a brother was already running that Frisco stuff and never had the yellow stuff, and then he got hold to some yellow stuff, you would have never went back Frisco again. You know, and back in them days at least. You know what I'm saying? Because you wasn't worrying about what the paper looked like. All you was worrying about what the dog was going to do. You wouldn't have went back. You know? But I mean, everybody going to like what they like, man. Everybody going to like what they like. And it ain't no harm in that. It don't mean nothing bad because you like what you like. I like what I like. He like what he like. You know? That's the way the Pitbull game's supposed to be, you know, just everybody likes something different, you know. Like I always say, I appreciate y'all rocking with me tonight. It's your boy Pelican Bay K9s giving it to my brothers and sisters. Y'all stay safe, y'all stay legal, and I'm out.
Good girl. Good girl.